Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we are back with another Sims 2 speed build. This one was actually requested on Mod The Sims. So a few years ago, I think it was like 2021, so quite a while ago, I made a Flophouse for Veronaville. And I said in the description box that I would do like a Monty version of it because the Veronaville version was kind of more tailored to the cap side, if you know what I mean, like aesthetically. So I did say I was going to do like one that was inspired by the Monty aesthetic, and I just never got round to it, and someone kindly reminded me recently, so I have decided to make it a priority. So I am bringing you the Monty Flophouse. This was so much fun to make, and it surprisingly didn't take me that long either. I think I've had more trouble with builds like the wedding barn, for example, whereas this one was just a lot of fun and I very much enjoyed it. So this one takes a bit of a different approach to the Flophouse than my other ones that I've done. Instead of a communal kitchen and bathroom, they are now included in the rooms, so that makes it a little bit nicer. Definitely can see like Monty's living here, like they wouldn't put up with like communal showers, you know, so I thought it'd be quite nice for them to have their own in their room, but you know, make no mistake, it's still a Flophouse. I wanted it as well to feel very kind of open, like a kind of a courtyard. I was just kind of thinking, to be honest, I haven't really had much experience playing Veronaville, but I do know that a lot of the Monty houses are very open and very airy and they feel like big courtyards, so that's kind of what I've tried to do here. I could picture in my mind's eye, it's just a case of like trying to pull it off. It was a bit fiddly at times. You'll see a little bit later that I had some difficulties with stair placements because I did decide to add extra doors up the top there. So instead of it being 3 rooms, it's now 6. Just because 3 didn't sound like a lot. At the very minimum, you should have 4 so that you can have 4 playable Sims living here. And then the additional 2 would be for townies. But I did also do something a little bit different with this one. So what I tend to do when I'm building is I just listen to the Sims music and just get in the zone and get very zen. But this time I actually put some music on YouTube. I am going to go see a concert next month in December. I am so excited. I'm going to go see Fallen in Reverse. Bet you didn't expect that from me, did you? Me being like a rock fan. But I have loved that band since, gosh, like 2011 when I was 15, I think. But they've never been allowed in the UK because Ronnie Radke has a felony. So I think as of last year, it was lifted, his ban. So we did just about manage to get tickets to go see them in a nearby city, and I am so excited. So I am quite behind with their music. I know they've gotten really popular in the last few years. I haven't sat down and really listened to them in like 3 or 4 years, so I decided to kind of listen to some of their music that I missed, and oh my god, it is so good. But anyway, I was listening to a lot of that when making this build, and it kind of made me feel very energetic and very happy, and it made the build a much more fun experience. Because sometimes you get a little bit sick, I think, of listening to the same Sims music over and over again, so it was nice to sort of change it up a little bit. But I did have a lot of fun with this. I kind of struggled with what to do in the courtyard, so I kind of just put like some benches in there and just kind of decorated it up. Oh, at this point, I had a little bit of a panic attack because it didn't line up. So on the left side, I think it was like 6 blocks, and on the other side it was 7, so I had to do some wiggling around there, and I started to really panic that I was going to have to bulldoze a big section of the lot. But it turned out okay, I think. So as for the pool as well in the middle, I know it's a little bit different, but I quite like the idea again of it being sort of somewhat grand, like even for a Flophouse. Like I just kind of picture Monty's being, you know, very into their luxury things, and they would never slum in. Besides, Veronaville is a very nice town, and they just wouldn't have like really cheap accommodation, I don't think. I see Veronaville as being quite a luxurious, expensive place to live. Anyway, that was my justification for building such a over-the-top Flophouse. But to me, a Flophouse is just a room that can accommodate a single sim or a couple, and you know, you can barely even fit a sofa in here. You'll kind of see I do a little bit of decorating in there, not very much, but you'll see that there's just not really a whole lot of space to do anything. And it'll still be very cheap. Like, I think as long as you get like I think it's called the Halved apartment rent mod. I think it's on Mod The Sims. I will leave a link to it down below. I definitely recommend checking it out. Your computer's running low on storage space. Visit storage settings to create some more space. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. I'm going to just continue on here. I've been having so many issues with running out of space since starting my YouTube channel. Yeah, so I did manage to back a couple of my videos onto a like a USB, but I definitely need to get another one because I am fast running out of space and I'm just sort of like deleting stuff that I probably shouldn't delete. But yeah, as of right now, it looks like I'm still recording, so I'm just going to continue talking. Like I was saying, the rooms are very small. Definitely get the halved rent mod because it just means that you're not paying a fortune for such a small room. Like, I think you'll probably end up paying, my estimate would be like literally a simoleon or two for bills, and then rent would maybe be like 100 simoleons or something like that. So I do hope you like this. It will be available to download on Mod The Sims. It is entirely CC free. As I build here, you'll probably see, if you're like an eagle-eyed person, you might notice that I do actually have some CC in my folder here. That was because I was doing my Halloween video and I did end up downloading some stuff just to test out before I put it into my main game. Like, you know, autumnal CC and, you know, obviously like spooky kind of Halloween, pumpkins, you know, that kind of stuff. And I forgot to take it out. I did mean to, I forgot. Of course, I don't use any of it. This is a completely CC free build. But if you do see me like checking some of this new stuff out, that's what that's about. Yeah, like I said, had a bunch of fun with this. I think I'm done with flop houses for a little while. Eventually I would like to do one for Strange Town. I normally do a motel, but someone put on Mod The Sims, like on one of my builds, I think it was my River Blossom Hills bed and breakfast, that I should do like a warehouse, like an abandoned warehouse facility as the flop house, and I love that idea. I definitely think I'm going to have to try that. Now that I'm looking at this, this does feel a little bit like a motel. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I want to call this when I upload it to Mod The Sims later. I'm thinking like, I was going to just put like Monty Flophouse, but now I'm thinking maybe like Monty Motel or something like that. Let me know, by the way. I mean, at this point, I've probably uploaded it already, but let me know if you have any good suggestions or ideas, and if I really like it, I'll change the name. And I put these letters here as well. Again, just wanted to feel a little bit grand, a little bit special. Yeah, so I don't really know what else to say, guys. I do hope you're enjoying all of the content that I'm releasing on this channel so far. I'll be completely honest with you, like full transparency, I have kind of slowed down with my content lately. Not so much with uploading. I've been relatively consistent at doing like 1 or 2 a week. It's just normally I have more of a backlog than I do now. I've just not been really in the mood to do much Sims 2 stuff lately. I'm going through a bit of a Tomb Raider phase again. So I got the remaster in February on the day it was released, and it was my most anticipated game, oh my gosh, probably since like The Sims 2 came out, honestly. Like I'm not a gamer, I don't look forward to new games, so the remaster was a massive deal for me, and I've spent all year playing it. If you haven't played it, by the way, I highly recommend that you do. But right now I'm just kind of replaying a lot of Tomb Raider 3 and just trying to get all of the achievements that I've missed. I think I've only got like 10 left to go. I've been working really hard this year trying to get them all on PC. But next year, I think it's 14th of February 2025, we are getting Tomb Raider 4, 5 and 6 remastered, and I'm very excited about Chronicles, which is the 5th one, because I grew up with that game. That game is probably as important to me childhood-wise and nostalgia-wise as The Sims 2 was, so I'm super pumped about that. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, but I'm still trying to push myself, even when I'm not particularly in the mood to make Sims videos. Just, you know, dedicate a couple of hours of my day off to making them, just to kind of continue to get in that habit, because I never want to fall behind. You know, I never want to get to a stage where I'm announcing like, oh guys, I'm taking a month off, and then, you know, I have one video a month being released because I've kind of fallen behind. Like, do you know what I mean? I want to be as consistent as I possibly can, for as long as I possibly can, because I'm really enjoying this. And it's been really fun to connect with everyone as well. for a long time it was kind of just me, you know. I wasn't very active in the Sims 2 community, didn't have like a blog or didn't share anything on Mod The Sims, and I started doing that kind of stuff. But making a YouTube channel just sort of allows me to really connect with other Simmers through our shared passion, and that's just really cool. Because I don't know anybody in my real life who loves The Sims 2. I have people that remember The Sims 2 through a nostalgic lens, you know, oh yeah, I remember that was fun or whatever, but it's not something that has followed them through life, which is really sad. You know, this game has always been such a big part of my life. I've never, apart from taking a break here and there, it's always just been very prevalent to me. I don't even really see The Sims 2 as nostalgic because I've never taken that long of a break from it. Like, Herbs is nostalgic, you know, I love The Sims 2 Herbs, or just The Sims Herbs on the Xbox. Love that game, but it is nostalgic. Like, I'll play it every 3 or 4 years or whatever. It's a game I love, but not one that I've consistently played throughout my life. So let me know as well if you feel the same way, if The Sims 2 is something that is very nostalgic for you, or if because you've played it all your life you don't really look at it that way. I'm very interested to find out. Oh, here I am with the stairs. I did want to talk about this. This was a nightmare. I wanted to have stairs going up onto that roof there where I was going to put like hot tubs and like dining area where you can have a barbecue, but it just kept clipping through the bottom floor there. I did try and like fence it off, well, you know, wall it in a little bit, but it just wasn't working. So unfortunately that section of roof is not accessible unless you wanted to add like I don't know, I guess maybe you could try put some elevators in there, or just do like some doors that kind of stick out, some stairs that stick out from the side, but I just couldn't find a way that worked and looked nice, so too bad, I guess. And here I am just decorating the inside. I didn't want to go overboard. I like to let players obviously make their own decisions when it comes to decorating these apartments. You know, you just really have to buy a bed though. I think that's about it, because the bathrooms are fully furnished, as is the kitchen. I could be wrong, but I think those counters there are usable in terms of using them to prepare food on. I might actually have to test that before I put it up for download, because otherwise your Sims will have no way of cooking, and that could be a little bit annoying if you've already moved Sims in and you have no money to buy one. I don't know, I'll just have to go in and test it and make sure everything is working fine. But I do think we are nearing the end of the build now. This did not take me anywhere near as long as I thought. I'm just kind of looking at the side here at my many separate videos, because I did this in like 3 separate sit-ins, but it looks like it took me like maybe an hour and 10 minutes, which isn't bad for a build of this size. In my head I thought, oh, this is going to be a really big, difficult build. And in hindsight, if there was something I could do differently, I would actually make it bigger. Like, I would just make it a little bit more grand. I would maybe even add more rooms, add like a communal indoor kind of space, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out overall. I do like to challenge myself every now and then with types of builds that I don't typically do. I don't think I've ever built anything like this where it is open plan like this in terms of it being a courtyard and very airy and spacious. It's definitely very different. You know what? I think I know what's annoying me about it. Upstairs, when I've got the kind of railing that goes over the pool, I think it's too big. Like, I think that it's too spacious, and I might need to make it smaller. I'm going to play around with that once I finish recording this, so it might look ever so slightly different by the time if you decide to download it on Mod The Sims. So just sort of keep that in mind, that it might look slightly different, because I'm just realizing that I don't think I like it like that. But anyway, I do think we are nearing the end of the video now. We've only got about a minute left. I will include some screenshots at the end just so you can see like the final product. I do hope you have enjoyed this video, that you are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the very next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!